this gap unscathed, backwards at 80 miles an hour. That 52 points to John Cleland should be a doddle.
Rickard Rydell comfortably claiming the prize for high-speed parking. Rounds 22 and 23 take place at Alton Park next weekend. And don't forget Italian Grand Prix next weekend as well. We'll have live coverage.
If there is any truth in reincarnation, then what you are about to see may well be the real thing.
Time has stopped. There's no more time.
Stories of ordinary people caught up in extraordinary events. Strange, but true. Friday at 8:30 on Central. Returning to Central. Blood.
I need nurses, right? Not a bunch of school leavers or dole queue refugees.
Sweats.
What happened between us is irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
Tears. Did some harm, Mum. And a team getting a taste of their own medicine.
You made your decision, Gail.
No, I thought I did this for us.
Well, maybe getting a decent job's more important.
Compelling drama returns Friday at 9 on Central. Medics.
How have you been?
Oh, okay.
How's Mum?
She's okay. She's got a new coat. Want some Chinese?
What's wrong with McDonald's all of a sudden?
Nothing.
I look forward to it when I can get the chance.
Okay, McDonald's. Can we go?
What's the rush?
They might sell out.
McDonald's, sell out.
They might today.
Cheeseburger, fries, chocolate milkshake.
Thanks, Dad. Doesn't that look like Mum over there?
Yeah, I had noticed.
That's a surprise.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, hi.
Nice coat.
Thanks. Do you like the colour?
Yeah.
No, dear, Aaron.
You going to Pete's birthday Friday?
Might. You?
Might.
See you there then, probably?
Probably. Okay, what do you want to do now?
What do you want to do, Sam?
Did you know fear makes your pupils expand? Or that black rats nearly wiped out mankind? Time you got the knowledge. Each week, Tree of Knowledge builds into an easy-to-use work of reference for the whole family. So get on course for a voyage of discovery and find out how virtual reality can put you in the pilot seat. And just what makes a volcano erupt. Project Work's a piece of cake when you've got the knowledge. Tree of Knowledge, Part 1, out now, only 50p.
The Volkswagen Golf L. It comes with power steering, immobilizer, just in case someone should try and make off with it. Driver's airbag, because you never know what's round the next corner. And 2 years free service and maintenance. Not that a Golf takes much looking after, of course.
The monster entered the Reynolds household via the drain at approximately 11:30 and proceeded to eat the living room carpet. Naturally perturbed, the Reynolds called the station and I was dispatched to the scene. Upon my arrival, I noticed that all the carpet had gone, apart from a small section in the downstairs loo. I cautioned the monster and advised him that anything he gurgled could be taken down and used in evidence against him. Clearly embarrassed by the trouble he had caused, the monster shed his skin in shame. A common reaction, I believe. The Reynolds family found that it made a very nice hearthrug and decided not to press charges. I released the monster, who lived happily ever after.
Good night, Dad.
Good night, son.
Cellnet do a simple thing. We let people who can't be together talk, wherever they are.
New series of Scotland Yard, bringing unprecedented access to real-life investigations. From the planning stage to the stakeout and then the bust.
Why have they pulled a knife on you?
The cameras follow the yard's every move. More exciting.
What type of gun was it?
More nerve-wracking than any cop show. Beginning with the role of the police emergency services.
Let's all stop shouting at each other.
Under Pressure. A new groundbreaking insight into Scotland Yard. Thursday at 9:30 on Central.
All those sporting folk, stars, potential stars, and not really stars at all. There are some real oddballs amongst them.
This is Oddballs, another collection of sporting mishaps. Someone once said you shouldn't laugh at the misfortune of others, but he's not working on Oddballs anymore. Someone also once said never work with babies or animals. But what about baby animals?
Here's Kitty, having a day out at the ballpark, looking for a mouse or a ball of wool to kill half an hour with. Minding her own business, when along comes the big bad cat catcher. Okay, Kitty, no more pussyfooting around. This calls for reinforcements. Always remember, the animal bites back. Or front. And if they don't bite, retribution is still just a refusal away. A crucial shot this needs a good lie for his eagle, or birdie, or doggy. Chip to the green here, lovely shot. Kid stuff. In America, kids always have a hand in the action.
Now this next batch is called Wrong Place, Wrong Time. See if you can guess why.
When you're in front of the camera, there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Now that's his own trainer. Imagine if he didn't like him. Must be the pits to be treated like that. A big stadium should be able to find a suitable touchdown. Well, at least it was a soft landing. Guess where this flight path is heading? Is nowhere safe?
I just think it's lucky that car was passing, or they could have lost that ball, you know. Right, our first guest is a powerhouse of rugby league. He's the most expensive player ever in the history of the game. No less a talent spotter than John Major described him as faster than a camera shutter. Ladies and gentlemen, don't blink, because here comes Martin O'Fire. Celebrating a try. Looking at those clips there seems almost as skillful as scoring one for you guys.
Yeah, well, we try our best, you know. I mean, show me other little things which we practiced the week before, but I've got to keep it simple for him because he's not a great dancer.
Now, you're a good-looking guy, it has to be said, Martin. Is it difficult keeping your looks in a game as rough and as tough as rugby league?
For most of them, but I try to stay out of the way, you know, to stay on the wing. But they catch up with me now and then, and... I
think you do yourself a disservice because keeping your features is no mean thing.
Running wide, running round number Fire, going down the field. Tremendous run by a Fire. Oh, and that was a thumb. There's going to be trouble.
Boy, it's rough.
He thought I stole his gum shield.
Right, you know, you have put your body up for inspection, though, it has to be said, and purely in the interest of science, we would like to search it just for a few bruises and bumps and things. I mean, take a look at it. I want to get to the bottom of this, yeah? Very cheeky. Very, very cheeky. Now, walking... You're a bit like myself. You're a man very proud of his body, someone who looks after it. But what do the lads in the changing room think of that?
Well, they were a bit shocked, to say at the very least. I got a bit of stick.
Which, I wonder, after seeing all that, is tougher, rugby league or gladiators?
Here we go, Trojan against Martin, and Martin himself in a hurry, and he doesn't want any part of the big man, Trojan.
Well, he said earlier he runs away from the big man. He certainly ran away from Trojan.
Well, I'm very scared of heights, by the way.
Oh, that's the reason.
And I did slip as well.
Would you not, I mean, there's a certain showbiz element, of course, to what you do. And do you enjoy going out there onto the pitch in front of all that audience?
What if I said no, I was a liar, wouldn't I? Come out in a suit like this, I must be. But I think there's quite a lot of players in rugby league. We all like to go out there and enjoy ourselves. It's a very hard game, very tough game, you know. But I like to go out there and with a smile on my face and enjoy it as well.
Yeah. I think the showbiz element definitely suits you because you fancy yourself as a bit of a chanter, don't you, really?
New York, if I could make it there,
Did he say what I thought he said?
That's to say they played in front of so many. Who got to sing in front of such a big crowd?
Ladies and gentlemen, Martin O'Fire. Now, how do the top sports stars feel when they've made a mistake and ended up with egg on their face? Let's now cross the studio to find out from our roving reporter, Alistair McGowan.
Thank you very much. Well, we're talking first to Chris Eubank now. Chris, presumably your most embarrassing moment was that first defeat after so long.
I was very upset after this fight, not just because that I had lost, but because for 12 rounds I had a hair ever so slightly out of place. This, for me, was most distressing. It really was quite terrible.
Well, thanks a lot for that one, Chris. I'm joined now by Gary Lineker. Gary, what's your most embarrassing moment?
Well, I think it must have been on my wedding night, actually, when my wife, Michelle, asked me, how was it for you, Gary, you know, and I replied, well, at the end of the day, it's just a question of being in the right place at the right time, really, isn't it, Michelle? That didn't go down too well.
One man who's never made a mistake as a player, and who I think believes he should still be playing, is Alan Hansen. Well, I think Liverpool have got a very good team, haven't they? But they have got a few wee problems in the defence. They're going to have to sort them out, and I reckon they've never really replaced, me, basically. The truth of the matter there. And we're talking now to Kenny Dalglish. Kenny, you're frequently misquoted in the press. Why do you think that is?
Thanks for just now, and because of that boy. Can't go way back when I was either.
Thanks a lot for that one, Kenny. But can you imagine the scene in the Players' Lounge whenever a side managed by Kenny Dalglish plays a side managed by Ozzy Ardiles? All right, Ozzy.
Hi, very pleased to see you. Very happy to see you.
Well, I thought it's a good game today, Ozzy.
Oh, I think so, yes. Yeah.
See you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
I actually thought that Chris Akabusi had made a big mistake going into broadcasting because, as a runner, he only seemed to ever have 6 words in his vocabulary. Yes, no, well, I'm, really, and but. You know, after a race, Brendan Foster would trot down and he'd say,
So, Chris, a great race there for you, and it really was tremendously exciting. You can probably tell how tremendously excited I am by the tone of my voice now. But how did you see the race yourself, Chris?
yeah, well, not really, not really, but not really, not really, But surely the best person in sport for making mistakes, I think, is Jack Charlton. Because Jack can never seem to remember the names of any players. Imagine his team sheet for the Republic of Ireland.
Number 1, that lad who plays in goals for Sheffield Watford. Number 2, his mate. Number 3, Stanton, Staunton, Swinton Insurance, I don't know his bloody name. Number 4, the Arthur from Aston Villa. Number 5, your man. Number 6, the big fella. Number 7, the nice salmon trout that I caught last weekend when I was out fishing down Waterford way. Number 8, Houghton, Houghton, Heaton, someone to do with Liverpool or other, I don't know. Number 9, Arsenal, Man City, the one who scores lots of goals. Niall Quinn, that's the one. Number 10, the one with the stupid moustache who looks like Ian Rush. And number 11, the one who was actually born in Ireland.
Thanks so much indeed.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, Alistair McGowan, and we'll have more from Alistair later. Now, our next selection is about the things a sportsman can lose. Shirts, gloves, shorts, and in the case of one sumo wrestler, the little dignity he had left.
A common sumo wrestler's complaint this, nappy pin fatigue. Faulty equipment, probably. Australian football is another sport where you have to keep an eye on your kit.
You're lucky down today. They look these straight. Left foot of Broderick turns the other way. Oh, low. Well, that's the way to do it. Little Tony Abayer.
Call anyone little in American football and you'd be putting your foot right in it. So put a sock in it. Defenses here are so tough they'll pull you to ribbons. Oh no, that's below the belt. And they're off. What a relief. If the last pair were boxers, these must be jockeys. Skating, at last. A bit of style, a bit of decorum.
We'll get our skates on there. That's the end of round one. More oddballs after we look at this punchy press conference with Evander Holyfield.
English? Oh, no. Coca Cola. Yes, Coca Cola. I'll have Coca Cola, sir.
Sorry, this is a hardware store.
Hardware.
I got out of bed, I felt light in the head, it was puzzling. I was weak in the knees, round my bumps was a breeze and a scar. She, good, they're laughing. I got a spoon in my hand, and she laughed no more. Bye. Bye, bye, Delilah. He's only going out to drink the race. Bye, bye.
Nuts. Those lovely nuts.
Suit yourself, Froggy. I prefer the amber nectar. Steve's a Royal London agent.
So I won't sell you the policy 1 minute.
And be gone the next.
Royal London, on hand for a lifetime's insurance needs.
Io mi rimetto qui, così la televisione non la guardi, va bene? Non la guardi! Ascoltami, guardami! Ma perché? Dimmelo, dai! Cavolo di te, lo guardi! Te le butto? No,
scarpe no.
Completes it to Kilmer up at the 30-yard line. Kilmer driving for the first down, loses the football. It's picked up by Jim Marshall, who's running the wrong way. Marshall is running the wrong way. And he's running it into the end zone the wrong way. Thinks he's scored a touchdown. He has scored a safety.
I tell you, that fellow in the clip was due to be on the show tonight. Are you sure you pointed him in the right direction? I don't know. On television, of course, it's easier to know where you are because what you do, you always follow the camera, of course, and you won't go wrong.
Unless, of course, the cameraman is going home early for his tea. Now, I've backed some pretty slow horses in my time, but never one that's had to come up into the stands to ask which way the others went. Now, this is a perfect shot if you're playing snooker. Right in the pocket. American football's played right up to the edge, even in it. This guy's so good he can score standing on his head. Surely it's not Steve McQueen in The Great Escape. No, actually, it's Steve Hislop in The Isle of Man. But it was still a great escape.
Now, don't worry. I can assure you, not only did Steve Hislop live to tell the tale, but he went on to win many a TT on the Isle of Man, of course. Now, there's one bunch of talented unsung heroes without whom sports broadcasting could be very dull. That's the presenters. People like Brian Moore, Harry Carpenter, Desmond Lynham. They all make it look and sound so easy. So much so that many think they can do it. Like these two tennis pros, Davis and Pate.
Hi, I'm Scott Davis. And I'm David Pate. Look for us at the Standard Bank World Doubles Final. Hi, I'm Scott Davis. And I'm David Pate. Look for us in Johannesburg at the Standard Bank World Doubles Final. That's your you this up, man. Mix us up a little bit. Well, just do it. Let's just finish this thing.
That's right.
There goes one now. Let's see where that is. I have no idea where it is. It's a lone figure standing out in right field, and only he knows who he is.
Hi, I'm Scott Davis. Jesus. Hi, I'm Scott Davis. And I'm David Tate.
Check that. Chris Everett. Good to have you on the show.
If you call me Chris Everett to my face one more time...
I already did it twice.
You call it one more time, we better take a station break. You probably won't say it again.
I bet I do. Chris?
Let's try. Wait, one time. Oh, we should do this well, man.
You know, I still go into to win, and you know, it's the best.
I think we got the message.
Whose bright idea was that?
Thanks very much. Got the life out of us. Graham, what do you want to do? Go to the front from the start?
That was unbelievable. Myself.
I don't know. I tell you, I was just so impressed with how that guy interviewing Stephen Hendry kept totally in control there. Well, you think he sounded like me as well, then, hey? My next guest is one of the greatest sporting personalities this country has ever produced. World champion no less than 6 times, winner of nearly 70 trophies as a professional. At the very least, he'll be interesting. Steve Davis. Steve, not that I'm one to bring it up, but this interesting, boring bit. When did you first realize you had this affliction, Steve? I mean that in a caring way.
Wasn't the question, was it? The charisma bypass operation was a big disappointment in my life. That it wasn't reversible, I think. And no, I think it helps if you are boring. Actually, because when you're sort of like impressionable, sort of 16 or 17, and you want to go out nightclubs and all that, and people say to you, "Come on, you're coming out for a nightclub." You say, "No, I'd rather do 8 hours practice because I'm not going to pull anyway." So I think there's a little bit of truth there. And so I think that a good sportsman probably is a bit of an introvert.
A little trip down memory lane now. Let's go back. 1982 is the year. It's a maximum 147 break on the cards against John Spencer.
Beautiful! 147! Unbelievable. Absolutely magnificent break.
You looked really drained at the end of that. Does it get easier? With
Well,
time?
I was. I mean, it's the only 147 I've ever made in a tournament. I refused to make another one. I mean, Stephen Hendry's just made one in the World Championships last year, £147,000. Jimmy White a couple of years ago got £100,000 in the World Championships, and that was the first one on the television. And
Really?
I got a Lada car.
You look at that. You look at that excellence, right? And then the great thing is, how then does a guy like you make mistakes that a guy like me takes for granted?
Just trying to hit a red. And I was so concerned looking at where the white ball was going that everything went.
Now, the fact that you can actually, you say, raise a smile here about this, I mean,
Well,
does that say that, you know, you've mellowed?
Oh, yeah,
over the years?
unfortunately, yes. I would prefer to be harder, but things like that happen. You've got to laugh. And I've been playing the game too long to sort of not laugh at that. That was in the Liverpool Victoria Charity Challenge, and it was a charity tournament, so it was nowhere near... There was prize money at stake, but it was nowhere near as important as, say, something like the World Championships. You didn't see me laugh this year's World Championships at all.
Lincoln, you would miss it. See, a lot of people would think practice makes perfect, or not, as the case may be. Now, take a look at this and tell us, like, what are you trying to do here?
Oh, yes. Well, this is a trick shot. The idea is to hit the ball off 3 cushions up these cues, and then, hopefully, it comes down the other cues and hits that pink, which is over that pocket. And I am the World Trick Shot Champion this year. We have the World Trick Shot Championships, and I won it.
Obviously, this was a good few years ago.
This was not the 3rd take, this was the 5th take, but you've edited it, which is... And so
Yeah, it
it's
was getting
supposed to go down those cues there. So the idea of that is that you entertain people by doing trick shots accurately.
Yes.
And that's why I am the World Trick Shot Champion this year. And you can see how the white was going down those cues, and it will knock that pink in, other than the fact it missed. But we didn't actually see that part.
Well, it was a good effort,
Oh,
now. It was
thank you
very
very
good. It
much.
was very good. World Trick Shot Champion. Steve, do you ever think of packing it in?
I do when I get beat, but you come back next time round, you know, for some more action. The biggest thrill is competition, the competitive edge, so you have to try and get ready for that. As far as my personality is concerned, I think I've still got a little bit more to brush up on in that area. And I'm a perfectionist, I am. I'm trying to work out ways of being even more boring, but it's hard.
Well, I'll tell you, you've been thoroughly entertaining this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Davis. Now, do you ever wonder, in your spare time, what Steve does with all those trophies that he wins? Well, that's just one of the questions we asked Alistair McGowan to find out.
Those are pretty disgusting, aren't they, really? Huh? Eh? What are you going to do with yours, Stevie? Well, I'm not cycling alone. I'll think of something. Oh, give me 500. 500, 1,000, yeah. Yeah, sort the matter about that, also, yeah. Sucker.
There's no crowd. I mean, where's the crowd, you know, because I've come a long way and there's no organisation, you know. I had to find my lift and there's no one. It's just him and you and the other guy, me. And, you know, I mean, the hotel's terrible, the washing machine's broken, the shirt stinks. There's no organisation. Yeah.
I can tell you that in the game against Newcastle in 1993, I did cheat in the game of cards on the bus home. I've returned the money to the lads in question, and they're quite happy with that. That's it.
Quick, hey, there's Taylor's coming. He's mad, him. If we can't see us, he can't pick us, can he?
There's it outs and those, it outs and let's go easy, kiddly-chidey.
Yeah, I put it on program 5 and I was punching the machine, punching like that, you know, and all my clothes came out really big. Really big. They were just like hanging off me, really big clothes. And they sell washing machines over there actually, and they get the dirt off, you know, like that. But if you punch them, a little spider comes out.
I'm a little pixie, dancing through the woods, 3 rose daisies, all...
Now, what did Mum say? 1 loaf of bread, 2 pints of milk, and a paper. Yes, and left of the lights, and it's by Woolworths. I recognise this bit. What's this? They fill
washing machine in a hotel, you've got to believe me. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Did I not put my deodorant on? Well, I'm telling you right.
Thank you, Alistair. That's our show for this evening. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll be bringing you more of those moments next time on Oddballs. Bye-bye.